Rightio, Campbell's comments. I'm out and about in beautiful Tamworth. This is officially my first interview, although I have been here for a few hours. Checking out the lie of land. Mike Rowlands, first interview. Welcome to Campbell's comments, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Big show, big event here. Standardbred connection, which you and I are going to talk about in a little bit as well, because we've got the Standardbred sales coming up. And one thing I want to make sure that anyone that's watching on Campbell's comments, don't forget we have got the Nutrien sale at Warwick Farm. Riverside. I stayed there Saturday night. Sensational complex, sensational accommodation. I recommend it for everyone to put it on their bucket list. That's on the 20th of Feb, and then the April 3rd. In Melbourne, Oaklands Junction as well. So we've got two big sales coming up for the Standarbreds, which you and I are going to be doing a hell of a lot more liaising with and talking with, and it's exciting. And you'd be really looking forward to it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, look, you're dead right, Paul. I'm really excited about those two events coming up. This is a big show here, obviously, right now, but it allows us to really focus on our Standardbred events coming up now. And as you said, that Riverside complex, isn't it just magnificent? Inglis's have pulled out all stops with that one, haven't they? And it'll just be an absolute pleasure to be there and sell horses.
Sometimes you can get caught up because you'll go to a place and it's this beautiful complex and it's a beautiful sunny day and there's not a stitch of wind, and you go, wow, look at this, and then you rock up on another day. It was overcast, it was a touch of wind, and then when the wind stopped, it was so muggy the other day, yet it was just this lovely complex. It could be 35 degrees, it could be 18 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful place to go to, completely undercover, shade everywhere, protected from the elements.
And in a metropolitan area. And you could be out in the middle of the bush, couldn't you, really? With the atmosphere there will be great. It'll be perfect for the horses, and really excited to see what will occur out of the back end of that fantastic event there in Sydney.
And it's going to be over 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night's going to be a yearling parade, live yearling parade. Every horse will be paraded there. We'll have plenty of time for people then to go back and visit them afterwards, plus on the Saturday. And then even plus Sunday before the sale actually commences as well. So it's just a way of trying to highlight them. The flip side of that is it means that everyone will be there together for an extra couple of days and make a party atmosphere of it, and a lot of fun, which is what you guys have been able to achieve here in a matter of 10 years.
That's right. Look, Nutrien is all about creating the experience. It's genuinely about the experience, coming along for the ride, and the idea of creating a number of days, as you said, really creates that atmosphere around it. It's the Friday evening, really exciting. 6 o'clock we'll kick off with that parade on the Friday evening. It'll be outside in the Two Figs parade rings, just a magnificent location. It doesn't matter the weather, it'll be a magnificent location in that space. And then moving through, as you say, plenty of time for people to be able to view horses all the way through on Saturday before we kick off the sale on Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Accommodation, people will be asking about accommodation and likes. They can contact you guys and you can put them in the right direction.
Yeah, look, certainly the hotel there, and certainly we can share the information with them, but hotel right there and plenty of other accommodation opportunities right on top of the selling centre.
Yeah, and it's just a lovely place. And I will say, I got a flat battery in the car park when I got there, and the guys are sensational trying to help me out and everything else like that. So yeah, you might rock up and say, well, it's a bit posh. They're very down to earth, they're a lot of fun. So
great service. Yeah.
It is indeed. We're here in Tamworth, and I'm doing plenty here at Tamworth. There's lots going on. It blows you away. There's a full-on vet clinic here, just over the back of this camera, operating. Trade display. It's massive. It's like everyone said, think about how big it is, and then it'll be bigger. And it is, it's massive, isn't it?
It sure is. Look, 15 years, would you believe, this has been operating, and it's very much about, it's become the event. It's become the event to be at, as we were talking about that experience, that Nutrien experience. It's not just about a horse sale, it's not just about horse events. It's actually about like-minded people coming together and really enjoying one another's company, and that's what comes out of this event. And they come from right across Australia for this one, would you believe, from the vendors that we have, over nearly 600 vendors, and ACT is the only state or territory in Australia that isn't represented here this weekend.
Which is an odd one, considering it's smack in the middle of New South Wales.
It's incredible, isn't it?
I found that funny when someone said it, but West Australians, I saw a one of the young riders from Northern Territory last night. Like, it's just, it is incredible. What actually happens here, and I've been able to have a look at it, and we've got the pre-works going on. So from a harness racing point of view, we almost got the ready to run, if you like, with the horses going in there, showing how they can do freestyle. It's called a wet today. I think it is basically freestyle, and these cows go in there and they work the cow. But no set routine, just more or less saying to the people out there, hey, this is what my horse can do, and go for it.
That's right. So the pre-works that are happening right now gives the horse and the vendor or the trainer the opportunity to be able to showcase that horse prior to the sale. It also gives the horse some really important experience in being able to be in that sales arena atmosphere and understand what's going to go on when they turn up for the sale event itself, which kicks off on Wednesday afternoon. So it gives the rider the opportunity to ride in, as you say. They have the option, they can work a beast, or they can choose not to and simply be able to work their horse around and show off their horse's capabilities. On not only from a live perspective, but also the webcast. It's webcast live consistently.
That's one thing I want to get out to people, that it is always there on the webcast, live streamed, and people will be able to watch it. And that is one of the things that does happen. I know I heard last night when I was travelling here, actually, I was listening to the webcast coming up, and the announcer said that, Mark Barton basically come up and said that we've got record numbers on the webcast. So thank you to everyone basically joining in, which is, I think it's good two ways, acknowledging the amount of people that are actually on there, but it's important to make sure people are aware that it's there.
That's right.
And be able to actually physically enjoy it.
That's right. And as you can imagine, over the last few days, with the number of events had on, we've had 2 separate streams running the whole time. Again today, 2 separate streams running. You can make your choice. Do you look for the pre-works over the next few days, or do you look for the camp draft? And you have the option to look at both.
And be able to watch both of them. Standardbred sales here at Tamworth, being able to incorporate them, and I would imagine that you're one keen about this. It's about to hot up from tomorrow onwards. I've caught up with Mike Wilson. And Brett Welsh, I forgot his name. How can I forget his name?
How could you forget
Maybe
Brett Welsh?
I'm trying to forget his name. I don't know if that's how it goes or not. But there is definitely some actual legitimate excitement about it here. And I know I was listening to Mick Wilson, he was actually talking to someone, and there's dead set inquiries from a couple of the stations about these 6 horses that are going through, because they're going to be auctioned up as well. So this is one of the things we want people to be aware of. Not only are they here to show, it's not just a show that these can do it. They're up for the legitimate sale.
That's
All
right.
money goes for charity. But just brilliant. You must be so rapt to be able to have it go from both sides, because you're full on in Nutrien. You're a bigger part here. You used to be the arena man, I suppose, but you've stepped away from that because you're involved with the Standardbreds. So you've got plenty on it. You must be so excited about the sale.
You're dead right. Really, really excited. It's just fantastic seeing, I guess, for a lot of people involved, as you know, for a lot of people involved in the standardbred industry, it's not an unusual thing for a past racing horse, or even a currently racing horse, to be ridden. That's not an unusual occurrence from the industry. It's often not pictured like that outside of the standardbred industry. Many of the trainers and many of the people here are people who have had experience in the standardbred industry anyway, so they do have an understanding of that and an understanding of the horse's capabilities. But this provides a real showcase option, a real showcase of providing, not only from the sale but prior to the sale, I guess that display to a significant proportion of people who wouldn't normally have had that opportunity to see what these horses are actually capable of. And these trainers have done a super job on them. They've really, the competition amongst the 7 trainers involved in this particular competition, just 6 of the horses will be up for sale.
Yep.
And so, as you say, 3 elements to the competition. Tomorrow evening, we'll see, after the pre-works, we'll see the first of the horses take part in the main arena. So in the big indoor sales arena, they will have a freestyle workout. Up to them what it is they do. I've heard some pretty interesting concepts about what it is that they're going to display. But what they'll do is much like we've seen in these pre-works. They'll have an opportunity to work a beast, show the horse's skill with a beast, and show the horse's tractability in the arena, the capability, for them to change legs, soft, see them move through their transitions. So they're really displaying what the horse is capable of in any environment, not just about chasing cattle.
Yep.
The Wednesday afternoon kicks into a utility class. So essentially they all go in and do exactly the same thing. What we're going to put them through, and we haven't even given them the plan of what's going to happen. We've given them a rough idea.
Am I right, Bardo? That's Bardo's choice.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. So what they'll do is they'll come in, they'll do a bending course. They'll have to roll over a few jumps, show they can go through a gate, back the horse up, and pick up a raincoat, carry the raincoat, crack a whip and ride over a bridge before they go out of the arena. So once again, just displaying it'll be a lot of fun, but displaying the horse's skills and capabilities, and just once again showing people that there's a life after racing for these horses.
I actually really can't wait, just even for that section, and to be able to physically just watch that. And then on the Thursday is the camp draft.
Yep, Thursday evening, the big one for those guys. That's when the real competition comes into play.
That'll be on the outside ring?
Out into the outdoor camp draft arena immediately before the biggest event on the card. So if you can't get here, get on the website and make sure you check out the website, because the webcast will show each of those competitions, but immediately before the big classic final on Thursday evening, we'll have the Standardbred rehomers final of their competition, which will be a full camp draft. So they'll be expected to cut out a beast out of that camp yard and be able to gallop around in that cloverleaf pattern over 40 odd seconds to be able to prove to the judge that they're capable of it. The judge will judge them and provide scores, and we'll have a first, second and third out of that.
Yeah, it's full on. Brett Welsh was just lipping to me there about an hour ago that if it's done over the 3 days, and they get scored every day, he reckons he's a home and host. If it's a camp draft, he reckons him and Mondo may be in a touch of trouble. But he reckons he's home. If it's over the 3 days, he reckons he's got no worries, he'll win easy.
he's liking to try and talk himself down a little bit, but no, I'll tell you what, it's each of those trainers are really, really keen to be able to take away this trophy. For anybody that's been watching the various stories that have been done along the way, everyone's had a lot of fun with this, and there's been plenty of good friendly jibes amongst all of the groups. The
most common thing, all they want to do is beat Brett Welsh. The only one that didn't say it was Megan. Megan was very polite. She didn't say it. Everyone else, that's all they want to do. Even Emma O'Shea, I don't think she'd say a bad thing about anyone, but that's all she wants to do is just beat him.
That's nothing terribly unusual.
No, I don't understand why. He's like this little Jack Russell. Mike, mate, thank you very much. It may not be the last time we have a chat, and I've got to say a big shout out to the amount of staff you guys have. It was said at the harness racing, the first one there in Melbourne. The Sydney side is going to get a taste of it on the 20th of Feb. Green shirts everywhere you can see, but you guys can't run an event without staff. You need the staff as well, and it's huge. Everyone knows their job. Everyone knows their spot. There doesn't seem to be too much dictating. Everyone just seems to say, right, this is it, and we'll get the job done.
For sure. No, look, everyone's keen to see the successful event. As you say, they're a great team. They're event teams. They come together for events. They thoroughly love the environment and what we do. Most of them, or all of them actually, are horse people themselves, so they have an understanding of the environment, what's going on, and can be really useful and helpful for everybody on site.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't forget the sale of those horses, those rehomers. You mentioned it briefly, but those rehomers will then go on sale on Auctions Plus at 10 a.m. on the Friday morning after the competition on the Thursday night. 10 a.m. Friday morning through till 3 p.m. on Saturday evening.
And I'm going to be here till then. I'm not going to leave until after that sale. I'll catch up with the winner.
Good stuff.
And maybe I'll catch up with a couple of guys about the pricing. Sorry, I shouldn't say the winner because it's not necessarily a win, but a couple of the guys at the end of it, once we sell them, once we see how much they make for them and things like that. So I'm here for the whole week. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to get worked, I reckon. Bardo's not bad at that. Unless I can block his phone number, I reckon he's going to keep me on the go. But it's definitely going to be a lot of fun, and there's plenty going on. If you're sitting back at home and you're watching this and you're like, might go to Tamworth, bucket list, must do. If you're a horse lover, it's a must do because it's a beautiful part of the world. The trip in is sensational. I mean, you see some brilliant countryside and the likes. It's just a brilliant place, and then you get to this purpose-built place. It's just amazing. It's just next level. So yeah. Mike, thank you very much, mate, and well done. Oh, we also must say a big well done to Barrastock coming on board with the Standardbred section as a sponsor for 2 years.
Yep.
Like Get said, that Barrastock are only here for the short term, but and Nutrien are only here for the short term. Commitment from Barrastock for 2 years. We're not going anywhere.
No, you're damn right about that. And as you say, great to have Barrastock on board with us. Yep. Once again, also shows their commitment from the industry's point of view.
Yep. Alabar Farms, Woodland Stud, Nutrien Equine, all great contributors. Harass the Trotters with the Trotting Series.
Absolutely.
If I've forgotten anyone, I do apologise, and I will get to them. There's no worries there at all. But it's just going to become a big event. The Standardbred sales. Come here, have a look at it. Most of the trotting guys that come here just shake their head and walk away. They're just like, wow. So, yeah. All right, mate, thank you very much. And glad I got the audio fixed up this time, eh?
Yeah, that's it.